I'm not afraid anymore. I'm not afraid. This is who I am more than ever. And I have no fear in showing that to the world.
Starting to come at you.
I said I'm leaving now, and you didn't make a move.
My name is Carrie, and I'm from South Baltimore. And I grew up on rock and roll, Baltimore Orioles. I grew up in a little row house on the south side with very little material things, but with a lot of love and a lot of heart and a lot of support from my parents to fully express myself, whatever that means. I left Nashville in 2015, and I left at a point of immense heartbreak because I had spent 6 years working every single day with pretty much nothing, no resources, to try to develop my music career, my songwriting career, my identity as a person and as a woman. I married my longtime boyfriend in 2015 and then immediately discovered that I was pregnant with my first child. I was at a crossroads personally and professionally, and I was completely depleted. I got turned down by every major label in Nashville, and it wasn't the right fit. I wasn't the right anything. But I spent those years there tirelessly developing my craft of writing, songwriting, playing anywhere I could, biker bars, street corners, and did the thankless, tireless work of developing my artistry. And it's not something that anyone is going to give you a prize on the other side for. You just have to go through it. And for me, I'd reached a point where I had hit a professional wall. There was no access, and I had to take a break.
Heading east now, the path in front of me unraveled. Not knowing how I'll end up, not sure where I'll travel. Passing west, the borderline of good intentions. Further down the road, sins get no confession. Don't you feel?
Pregnant, I moved back to the East Coast with my husband, and although I never stopped writing, in fact, I actually put a small EP out that next year. While I was pregnant, I recorded it in Nashville. I flew back and forth all the time. I was still mentally there, even though I was physically away. And I kept saying, it's just geography. I went through a tremendous personal transformation with the birth of my son, the traumatic birth of my son, and all of the difficult emotions that followed after that. The identity crisis that I, as a woman and an artist, found myself in.
Look in your mailbox, look under your door. I'm sending you notice like you never know. I'm writing you postcards.
This last year or so has been a steady progression towards the artist that I know is there. And I have a newfound sense of freedom and purpose in fearlessly demonstrating that to myself, because I always had a sense of I didn't really deserve it. I didn't really fit in there. I wasn't from the South. I didn't really grow up on traditional country music. It was more rock and roll, but I always felt like an outsider. My mother is Puerto Rican, so I'm half this person of color. So I think now, given the climate of the world and the sense of overdue reckoning for those people in power that are holding on to the doors and keeping them closed for women of color.
She's
in some ways me taking a step away and leaving Nashville has given me clarity in where I fit in the artistic landscape. And the point is that I don't need to fit in the artistic landscape. My voice is singular, it's unique, and I believe that what I am writing is universally felt. I'm this person's mother, and I'm married, I'm a wife, but I have this whole identity that I had already forged over the course of my entire life. Every day, up until a few months ago, I mourned what I thought that I lost and left behind. I think now I have a sense of freedom after the birth of my second child, a girl, that I owe it to them. I look them in the eyes and I say, you can be anything. You can truly follow your dreams. That it's unfair for me to do that and not follow my own. How can I tell my children to follow their dreams and ignore my own?
Bring me back to life. Bring me back.